Shit, yeah, thanks for checking back in the channel again, guys. Appreciate the support as always. Also, shout out to the Blow businesses for supporting Big Mow's World. If you guys can support them in any way, that'd be absolutely awesome. Well, if you've been following any of my social media recently, you'll notice that we had a little bit of a mishap with the HK. So it's been parked up at home after the Horsepower Cruise show for the last month, and it's time to take it in and get it sorted out. So first diagnosis was head gasket, but yeah, Luke sent me a few photos. Luke here from Nance Automotive has sent me a few photos, and yeah, I don't think it's quite as good as we're hoping for the results. So let's go take a look. Shit, yeah. Yeah, getting ready for day 2 motivation. And yeah, I've just ordered me Uber, so let's flick it around, take a look. Shit, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
How are you, mate?
The ride is awaiting, man.
Yeah, it is. What do you call this? Uber Classic? Here she is. Looking clean still, at least. Hasn't basically been anywhere since Rob detailed it, apart from one show and then back home in the shed for a month. She's pulled apart. And not quite as good a news as we're hoping for, so heads are off, obviously, and it has been leaking for a while into this cylinder here. It's not terrible in there, but a little bit into this one. The other ones are not too bad. But yeah, this is an original old sort of block. It's not a new block, of course, so gotta decide what the plan is. I'll go over here. That's one of the heads. Someone back in the day had spent a bit of time and did a lot of backyard porting by the looks of it. Not terrible, but the intake. Got some good comp rockers and stuff at least. Not sure what the push rod is. Comp cam push rods as well, which is cool. So it has definitely got some good bits on it. Big giant Carby. And then yeah, we'll go over and have a look at the head, the other head. If you ever wondered what a super busy old school workshop looks like, this is definitely one of them. Luke is absolutely chock-a-block busy, so I have to say a shout out to him for getting the car in for us. And yeah, we're gonna have a look at it and see how we go, but yeah, we'll come down and look at this head. How cool has it been in like an actual legit rad old school workshop? You know, like it's got all the stuff here to do all the machining and stuff. So good. They're not so good. If you see it properly, there's a crack in there. Can't really see it that well, but it is cracked there. There's another one in this one too, somewhere. And then this valve, get under the light. Yeah, it's just been leaking for a while, so not something that's just happened, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the latest update on the HK. Not quite as quick and easy as we were expecting, but we'll probably just chuck a set of cheapish alloy heads on it and get it back on the road. So otherwise we might as well go for a whole nother engine pretty much, because the actual engine itself is the cast, you know, it's an old block, an original old block, so not unless we want to rip it all apart and do a shitload of stuff to it, probably not what we're going to do. So let me head us down here. So on Saturday morning, we got the news from Luke. It turned out there was a large noticeable crack in cylinder 5 combustion chamber, and on further inspection, we found a small crack in cylinder 7 combustion chamber also, so definitely not good. Shit, yeah, all right guys, just doing a bit of a update look here at Nance Automotive. Checking out where Luke's at with the heads. See if I can flip this around, we'll take a look. We used Engine Pro single valve springs with damper, as well as Engine Pro locks and retainers to suit. New Engine Pro guide plates and rocker studs were also installed.
Pushrod length was checked and measured, and then a new set of Crow 7.800 Super Duty push rods were installed, along with ARP head bolts and Velcro head and intake gaskets to get it all back together. So it's coming along. It's getting cleaned up at the moment, but yeah, shouldn't be long. Check out all these rad engines sitting here ready for builds. How cool. Oh, well, there she is. Soon. It will be back on the road soon. Zoom out a bit. There we go. That's better. Shit, yeah. All right, guys. So I've had the car back for a little over a week, but I haven't really been able to drive it too much, just with work and everything like that. So wanted to jump in, take it for a bit of a cruise, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear how rad it sounds. So let's go. Camera is literally just held onto the door with a magnet, so hopefully that holds. The car is noticeably better to drive with the heads, but not only that, we did put different push rods in. So after Luke did some measuring, the push rods we had in it, although they were comp cam, but they weren't the right length for not only the new setup, but in his opinion they also weren't the right length for the old setup. So overall, with the new heads, we got all new valve springs. I mean, everything, as I've said over and over again, is new. And yeah, it's the performance alone, not just from the heads, but I think just the whole thing being set up better is definitely noticeable. So it's got a better note to it too. Like I always felt like it sounded rad anyway, but it definitely sounds even better. So, which is cool. People did tell me that alloy heads were going to make a bit of a difference to the note as well. So. Down low, the response is even better than before, which is crazy. I have to apologise for this video being a little bit all over the place. It was filmed over a few weeks, so I was able to do a few little pop-ins to Luke, but he's so busy I didn't want to hold him up, and he wasn't sort of super keen to get on the camera either, which I don't blame him. So yeah, I just sort of got what I could when I could, and yeah, and also filmed stuff when I could too, with work and everyday life as well. So tell you what, these old steel bumper cars and classics, just you feel like you got way more friends. You don't know anyone going past, but they're all waving, which is rad as hell. So everybody enjoys seeing these things back out on the road. One thing we've definitely noticed too is it's definitely been running cooler. I mean, I haven't been out on a warm day or anything, but it's definitely been running cooler than previous, even just running temp on a nice day. So that's a win. Obviously we had an issue there, you know, that got us in this spot in the first place, but yeah, even that aside, it's definitely been an improvement. Obviously I'm yeah, super excited to announce too that Luke from Nance Automotive has actually come on board as an official sponsor of Big Mow's World YouTube channel as well. So I don't just say I couldn't do it without these guys. I actually couldn't. Like, I go to YouTube, doesn't just give you money for making videos, like that'd be rad, but you know, if you were to break down the finances of it all, I think all of us are still putting way more money in than we're getting back. And yeah, you'd be going to Cars and Coffees just for the love of it, like I definitely would, but it's more like the trips further away that just wouldn't be attainable, like going to MotorX 3 years in a row, going to this up and coming Summer Nats, you know, those ones. So like realistically, on a Cars and Coffee I go to every weekend, most of them are in Adelaide, which for me is around about 100 odd Ks, about 110K away, so a round trip 200 Ks. You know, I'd probably break even on those videos, with petrol and stuff considered. But, you know, going to Summernats or going to MotorX, or, you know, the Auto Expo's coming up, that one's not so bad, but I would ideally really like to have my car on display in there one time, and the YouTube channel on display in the Auto Expo one time, and that sort of costs money. So yeah, those sort of things couldn't be done without, you know, these businesses coming on board. So it's not just something I say at the start of the video, it's definitely really is appreciated. So I can't spin the camera around because I'm driving, but this Mercury over here is a rad car too. Seen this last weekend. That is cool, left-hand drive. Anyway, that was a bit of a ramble, but yeah, I definitely do appreciate those guys from coming on board, but I also appreciate everyone for watching, of course, as well. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it sounds so cool. It's got a cool note to it even on idle too. I don't know the cam specs. We didn't build this engine at all at any point. Obviously we've done the top end now, but we did not do the bottom end. We don't know what cam's in it or anything like that, but enough of one to sound rad anyway. Just going to go in and stop in and see Josh from Prestige Printworks if he's here. Yep, he is. Anyway, shit yeah. Alright guys, well, that's a bit of a ride along anyway. She's definitely running better. Couldn't be happier. Yeah, we were actually originally, while it was all ripped apart, we did consider putting the original Carby back on this thing that we'd had on it when we got it, because since doing that upgrade to the other Carby, which you would have seen in a previous video, we put the 650 double pumper HP on here. It never liked it. But upgrading the heads, we've probably got a little bit more power out of the engine. Nothing crazy, but it's definitely running better. It's set up better, and that seems to have helped this Carby out a lot. So we tried this one first, and if it wasn't going to work any better than it was before, we were going to take it back off. But yeah, fortunately it is working. It's not 100% still, like Luke has said. You know, the next step would be to chuck it on a dyno and get it actually tuned. Not looking for a power figure, but just get a good tune on the car. And yeah, so that's probably the next step. If I can, I'd like to get a few bucks back in the wallet and take it to probably Horner Performance or something like that, and just have them give it a good tune for me on the dyno. So yeah, that'll definitely be something that I need to do in the future just to get it optimal. But yeah, it is still good. So anyway, I'll cut to the outro now, but yeah, make sure you like the video. Shit yeah. Righto, well, as you saw, it was definitely a little bit worse than what we thought. We were hoping to get out of it with just head gaskets, and clearly that didn't happen. But yeah, thanks to Luke at Nance Automotive, we've got it back on the road, and let's take a look. And actually sounding better than ever too. That is rad. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Now hopefully you guys are as stoked to see the HK back on the road as we are to have it back on the road. Shout out again to Luke from Nance Automotive. Make sure you guys go hit him up. Yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, go ahead, give it a like. Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and living in Big Mal's world. Shit yeah.